Hello friends, this is Tim Collins coming to you again with our weekend word. In the 8th chapter of Exodus, there's a story of Moses going into Egypt to demand the release of the Israelite slaves. And there were various judgments and signs, wonders, plagues that came upon Egypt. There was when Aaron threw down his rod and it became a snake. Magicians with their illusions, their magic tricks, did the same things. The water became blood all over, even inside of buckets in people's homes. It became blood. But they said the magicians did something similar and discredited them, called frogs. Frogs came up all over the place, and the magicians did that. Perhaps we should know it's not such a huge deal to bring forth frogs when the place is covered with them anyway, as with blood and so forth. But then the Bible says they struck the ground and all the dust became gnats. There were gnats all over the place. Magicians didn't have that in their repertoire. And they told Pharaoh, and this is what I want to talk about today. They told Pharaoh in Exodus chapter 8, the beginning of verse 19, the magician said to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God." This is the finger of God. The most awesome thing in the world is the finger of God. And sometimes God does things that everyone, even those who hate him, have to acknowledge are his doing. Another example would be in 1 Kings chapter 18, where Elijah had the contest with the prophets of Baal, built the altar, and when he prayed, fire fell and consumed the sacrifice, consumed the wood, consumed the stones, licked up the water that was in the trench. And the Bible says in 1 Kings 18:39, when all the people saw this, they fell prostrate and cried, "The Lord, he is God, the Lord, he is God." But even with that admission, people do not always follow God. Even if they know God did something miraculous, people don't always follow God. The last half of that verse in Exodus 8:19 says, Pharaoh's heart was hard and he would not listen, just as the Lord had said. I believe the thing that most often draws people to God is when he miraculously makes a new creation out of somebody. Those who knew us in our sinful lives and now see the change are drawn to God. That person who is struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol or pornography or gambling or whatever, and he sees somebody that was struggling just like he was, delivered by the finger of God, that draws people to God. They want something that can set them free, and only God can do that. So let me just ask you, do our friends really see a difference in us? Are we a whole lot different than everybody else around us, all of our neighbors, the people that we work with? See, when our friends can't tell any difference in us, and God has made a new creation out of us as our testimony, then something's wrong. Something's wrong with that picture. Be the new creation God created you to be. Be the finger of God in your workplace, in your community. Allow God to use you to draw people to him. He'll do it if you'll let him. Well, I trust you'll be in church somewhere Sunday, worshiping God in spirit and in truth. God bless you. We love you.